So again, my name is Lindwall. I have been working with EXITO for about 3.5 years or so, kind of since the first cohort was beginning their time in the program. And we haven't actually done this before at orientation, but I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk a little bit about how we do communications as a program, kind of what you can expect from us, and then what kind of our expectations or hopes are from all of you. And so I'm going to do a couple different things. I'm first going to talk about some of the communication stuff just for this week, for the next 5 days. And then I'll talk a little bit more broadly about sort of how we do communication stuff through the year, what's complicated about it, what's been working, what we're tweaking. And then I can answer any questions before we head to lunch. So just to give a couple things about this week. So we have some great opportunities this week for you all. And I have my colleague, Ayano, Healy, who's going to come up here with me to talk a little bit because she kind of runs some of these things. The first thing that we're going to be doing today, tomorrow, and Friday is doing headshots of you. We're going to do that for a couple reasons. The first is that we have a website and we like to put you on it. That's something that you're comfortable with your name and your major and the institution you attend. The second thing is it's just always good to have a headshot of yourself if you don't already. I know for myself I've been kind of surprised by the number of times people just want a picture, and when you're cropping a picture of yourself from Facebook, or they just do that for you because they can't find your picture, that's not always great. So this is an opportunity for you to get a nice picture of yourself with a good camera by a professional. Do you want to give any instructions about that?
Yeah, so we'll be taking, I'm Io, by the way, and I don't normally sound like a frog, just coming over a cold. But as far as headshots go, we're going to be taking them just on the other side of this building in a nice shady spot. Many of you might have had your headshots taken before. I'd recommend wearing things that aren't too patterny to help really focus on your face. We'll take our time. It's not just like this rush through thing. So I know that taking your photo is always kind of intimidating and get flustered and stuff, but don't worry, we'll take our time. There's flexibility with that. If you come in early and then we look at the photo and you don't like it, you can always come back and we can redo it later. So just don't worry about it. Just
yeah. And I'll say a couple other things. If you are not wanting a headshot, we're not going to force anyone. And if you aren't wanting your picture on the website, that's something that you can let us know. And we can leave your name off altogether, or for some people, we just put a logo of their school in that place, right? If you don't want to be identified that way on our website. The headshots are going to be happening today during lunch. So that's 12 to 1. And then every morning during breakfast, and then lunch through Friday. Unless we can't get everyone done, then we'll just kind of keep offering times to do that. And so, did you say you walk down this side hall? Yep. And great, yeah, we're gonna hopefully have somebody helping, but if for some reason someone's not there to help Io, just form a line and we'll get you through as quickly as we can. And if anybody is brave enough to go today, it will help us. You all look great. So I'm sure your pictures will turn out fantastically. I think that's all about headshots, right? Okay. And if you have questions about any of these things, just write them down. We can answer them at the end. Okay, next is potentially my favorite part of orientation, communications related things, which is what we call Tell Your Story Studio. Can I toss it to you to talk about that?
Okay, so has anyone here heard about StoryCorps or listened to things? Okay, cool, a couple people. Well, just a brief thing, the Tell Your Story Studio has at the heart of it is really about hearing. There's so many different stories and so many different people here that have really rich and interesting things to say, and we really want to take a moment, if we can, during this orientation to capture your reflections, maybe how you got here, anything you'd like to share, sentiments. All of this stuff is really important, just not only to capture a memory, but also something that we use throughout the year as far as highlighting key parts of what this experience is in EXITO and also in orientation. So we have a couple ways that we're asking for your involvement. If you're interested, we have a studio, which is just a classroom. I think it's 150 or 180. I'll help you find it if you need. They can come in and record just 1 to 4 minute little snippet or something like that. You can come on your own or with someone maybe you meet here, you'd like to record together. We have some ideas for prompts, so you can just come in and say what you'd like to say. Other ways to participate is to record on your own and then email us in the next couple of weeks with what your reflection is. And what we sometimes do with these recordings is use them as narration for kind of like a big wrap-up video after orientation to kind of show and share what happened here and what are the special things that people wanted to say about it. So come on down and talk to me.
Oh, yeah, we already recorded those, so I'm just kidding. And we'll put a sign-up sheet. We'll make an announcement when the sign-up sheet is up for that, because there'll only be probably 7 or 8 spots. And again, you could do it on your own, or if it feels really important to you to kind of just speak some things out into the world, you can always find I or I, and it will definitely make sure that we find a time. And I think for us, I think it's just another way to creatively capture sort of the stories in this room. Because the bottom line is each person here is here with their own set of experiences, their own set of triumphs and setbacks and passions. And so we just want to make sure that, you know, we're providing different ways for you all in which you feel comfortable to share your story and to show up as sort of who you are and what you bring, because you are here, you know, on purpose. And we're really excited to get to know you. So, do you have anything else? You can stand up here. Okay, yeah.
Sorry, just one more thing. I said something about a video. Now, we're taking video here, and then I'm walking around sometimes taking video with that bigger camera. But we would love to get video if you're interested from you. So just like how we're asking you to participate on social media, if there's anything throughout this week that you're taking a video of and you'd like to see if it can be incorporated into this orientation video, just tag us, like we can post it on our Facebook page and tag us, or just email that video and we'll try to get it in on, so we can show all different kinds of perspectives here.
Were you adding something, Carlos?
So, is there a form where they agree that the pictures can be shared?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. Yeah, thank you. So a couple other things, and then I'm going to give you all a chance to chat at your tables a little bit about social media, because that's exciting. So we are going to be sending you a link to a photo release form. So it's just a Google form, it's really simple, and I'll get that sent out probably right after this. So your consent to have us use your photos is really for us to be able to put them on Facebook, or to, you know, post your photo maybe to like a broader consortium website when we share photos with the other sites. And there is no expectation that you would do that. We try to be really respectful and accommodating for people who don't want their photos shared. And so if you put no on that form, we will definitely avoid using your photo publicly. Additionally, we have an option for people to sort of say yes, but, right? Like, yes, you can put my headshot on the website, but no, you cannot make a brochure where I am on the front cover, you know, or whatever it is. And so we do individual follow-up with you if you indicate that you kind of have a but after your yes. Additionally, if you're a person who just doesn't want us in your face taking your picture, Ayo and I are kind of the communications people here, and so you can find anyone with a great name tag, but if you can find one of us, that's great. And we will just be taking pictures of the week because we love to just share visually what's happening here. But we will definitely avoid like getting up and doing a close-up of your face if you don't want to be in photos. So just let us know and we'll keep that in mind. I think that's what, is that good, Carlos? Dr. Crespo, I should say. Great. Okay, so social media. Raise your hand if you use social media. Okay. There are some people who don't use social media, which is totally great and fine. I think before I launch into sort of how we use social media and why, I wanted to just kind of have some small group table discussion. And I just want you to talk a little bit about sort of your experience with social media, maybe one thing you love about it and one thing you don't love about it. Okay, so this could be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Vines, something? Other things. So go ahead and just take some time at your table, take like 5 to 7 minutes and talk about what you love about it, what you hate about it.